Hey, it's your host Rodney G of the Pigeon Academy Show, and welcome to another episode of the Pigeon Academy Show. We're going to start the show off with some excellent information with the Racing Pigeon Digest. This is the 2017 special edition, which is the April edition. And what we're going to start off with is on page 59. And what we're going to be covering today, and we have been covering this subject for the last 3 years. This is an overview that the Digest put together on the 48 one-loft races here in the United States. So here at the Academy, we always cover the Grand Championship of Pigeon Racing. So on page 61, you can see this information. So we're going to go on to page 61, and here you're going to find who the Grand Champion was. Again, this is an overview of 48 races flown over 300 miles here in the United States, all pertaining to one-loft racing. And the 2016 Grand Champion was Nunez Family Loft. They were number one. They were number one in 2016. We're reporting this year. Again, this is our third year reporting this information. You had a lot of great lofts in here. You had the Genesis Syndicate loft, number 2. You had Baldwin Tilson, who is always up in the top 10. You had a couple of different lofts. You had the APC loft up in there. A lot of great lofts. You can see this on page 61 of the Racing Pigeon Digest, your April 2017 edition. So now we're going to cover the top 10. We hope you enjoy the list of the top 10, and we hope you enjoy the show. And this is your host, Rodney G.
Yeah, I love that information on that one-loft racing. That top 10 information, that is number one. I love that right there. Listen, we're getting ready to go to Leo Gonzalez with his Budapest High Flyers right after this commercial break.
seekers. Because if I zoom out, you wouldn't even be able to see them. Those are my youngsters. I love them, kid. And then, let me show you the youngsters real quick. Got the young that got coming out now. That one, and those two. I'm out. Alright. Last year, with a few Budapest I got as a gift from my friend Edward. Got it from Allen in Lancaster, and I bred these birds. I really didn't like the way they looked facial, but my youngsters came out beautiful, and I love them. And they're good flies. Let me see if they come out. Well, I have to scare them out. So I paused the video for a minute. But that's them right there. Let them get their groove on. They'll fly like that for maybe, who knows, maybe 2 hours. There they go. They're up, look. I gotta zoom in to catch them. Well, Rodney, they came down. There they go. It's my team and I love them. And they'll go in a little while. Rodney, real quick. This is done. I'm about to bring them in. This is what my babies look like. I love these little guys. I bred them all. That's one of the parents right there. This comes from Allen and his dad up in Lancaster. Alright. Got their feed mates. Now they should be going in. There you go. Come inside. It's one of the youngsters.
Okay guys, Dan Feltenstein here. We're at the clubhouse, Viking Club of the Twin City Concourse.
I prefer to say lead in Baltimore. Well, my first year. I was just hoping to come.
Alright, so here we are. Trailer and the birds. This is the trailer that the concourse owns. It's our club. That's the Royal Club. They just showed up. Got 777 Loft. Tony Yang over there behind the trailer. It's Kevin Tao. Warrior Loft. Nobody knows who that guy is. He just showed up off the street somewhere. Say hello to Pigeon Academy, guys.
What's up, man?
How you doing, you? How you doing? Tons of slots. I think it's something like 90 something slots, so we can haul quite a bit of birds. You got Minneapolis Club on this side, so they'll get this out 100 miles and then they'll be off in the morning. Okay guys, so looks like you just saw my first drop in the classic race with the 5 bird limit. I thought I had 3 birds on the drop, but it's actually 2 birds. One of them is a feral. That's the one that was at the end of the drop there that wouldn't go in. Now my dropper worked fantastic. Pulled it out of the air. The dropper landed right on the aviary top. I think he's even pulling in. You can kind of see him there. Like right there. He's pulled in the feral again. So I'd really like my dropper to go in right now, but I think 9:45, somewhere around there. I don't know the exact minute, but it was somewhere around 9:45. So 2 birds on the drop. One of them was my pick bird. Pick bird is 608, of course, because of the training tosses. We knew that he was by far my best bird pretty much out of the whole group, so I put that bird in the classic, and it was on the first drop. So second bird, first drop, but pretty excited. I was pretty negative on the race today, but I don't know if it's a good time or not, but they're home, so that's all that matters at this point. So this is the one that just came in. It's actually right there. First bird with dirty feet so far, so they either just veered out of the way or they just landed somewhere, but this one particularly stopped somewhere at a watering hole, hung its horse up on the reins and stopped for a drink, I guess. But huge props to this 1255 that came in with the muddy feet. This bird's keel is completely jacked up. It has like 2 or 3 steps to it. I lost it really early on and then got it back during training, so props to that bird for sure. All the other birds are looking pretty good, so I don't think we're gonna win the race, but you know, maybe we'll tinker with some points here and there. But all in all, this is just a good race for setup next week. A little disappointed in myself that I didn't prep them and get them ready. A lot of that had to do with an early work day on Wednesday and rain on Thursday, but hey, if there's a will, there's a way, and I just didn't have the will apparently, so this is what we're working with. But next week I think it's going to be a big difference. These birds have now been out to 123 miles. I mean, the training is out the window. It's not really homing training now, it's just efficiency and speed, so that's kind of nice to get that out of the way. You know, I'm not really afraid of losing them now, so pretty awesome. So we're it's getting a little bit later in the day. I went in and did some chores and whatnot, came back out, as most likely all the point birds have been gotten by now, probably a long time ago by now. It's almost 4, it's 3:53, so we have 32 birds. Let's see, our first bird for the classic, the 5-bird race, was 9:45. It's not going to be very good. It's like 1,200 something yards per minute. And then our first open bird is 10:29, which is a bit better. This is 3 hours on the dot. This is 2 hours 44 minutes to go 1:23. So, I mean, they're still pretty far behind. This is a 1300s race right here. And I think there's guys down south that had 1400s race, but you know, we weren't real confident with the birds going in just because we had a bad week of training at the end of the week here. It didn't really pan out how I wanted it to, but so 32 birds so far. 608 was that second bird in on the classic, so I mean, maybe it'll get in the points. I don't know if it will or not. It doesn't really matter, I guess, but the birds are all back. Mostly, and that's what matters the most. So, you know, you can see once they get in and they're getting settled in, they're pretty spunky. Hey guys, it's Sunday morning. We're just checking to see how many birds came in. Looks like 35 are home now, so we're only missing 2 or 3. One of them I did not expect to come home. Another bird came in real late last night at about 8, and that was the last bird of the night. So now I'm just checking for activity and appearance of the birds, seeing if there's any kind of down and out. Looks like we have a couple that are just puffed up a little bit. They're just kind of recouping. Just making sure everything's good to go. We're going to get them some feed, so we're probably not going to send them out tonight or today. We're just going to let them build back up because they weren't really in the best of shape yesterday to begin with, so we're not going to push it today. They just had plenty of exercise yesterday, so there's no reason to exercise them again. So we're looking at health, and the first thing I saw was this, so can't get much better than that. Couple droppings there, couple droppings here, so birds are for the most part looking pretty good. I don't see any like puddles of loose stools or anything like that, so we're just going to leave the aviary open today and let them go in and out of the aviary so they can just recoup and relax. So heard some pretty good times. I think we'll be in the middle of the road. Not too happy about that, but gotta roll with the punches, I guess. You know, we didn't necessarily do the best that we could preparing them. We were real solid early in the week, but we kind of fell apart later in the week with the rain and work schedule. So this week will be a different story. So, all right, thanks. Hey guys, Dan Feltenstein, PigeonDepot.com, LaserLoftRacingPigeons.com. You know, today is Tuesday. We did our figuring yesterday. Wasn't trying to hide the results from you guys, you know, for better or for worse in this scenario, but unfortunately I had to work, so I wasn't able to go, so I had to just let my clock get dropped off and then figured without me. Glad I didn't waste my time. Just a terrible showing for me. I think on the first race, the classic, it was 15th place and 16th place out of, I think, 68 birds. Just poopy, all around, terrible. You know, they sat on the roof for a few minutes. Just, you know, we got to get better at that. The second race, where I thought I had a better chance, was actually worse. So, you know, it made sense that the birds came better because everyone's birds came better. So, just a terrible showing. I didn't even put a bird in the points. Just completely awful. Just disrespectful to myself. So today, it's Tuesday. Yesterday we went and let the birds for a route. So right now we're going to go for a training toss. We're going to try something a little different. We're going to let out 3 groups at 3 different locations. Never done it before, but I got errands to run and I don't have time to go 50 miles, so something's better than nothing, I guess. So We'll do our errands, we'll release some birds, I'll get some video of that. But overall, not the best scenario for over the weekend. But birds are feeling 10 times better now than they were when we shipped them. So I'm hoping that they can get that form back, and we'll be in good shape for the weekend. So thanks a lot.
T. Spencer, coming to you from Toronto, Canada. Right now I'm working with about 53 young birds. During the process of training, hopefully I have as less loss as possible. And this goal for me is to win at least one combine race. Here in our combine is very tough to win the combine. So if I win, that would be a big plus for me. You're watching the Pigeon Academy Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching the Pigeon Academy Show. We'd like to thank you for watching and supporting our show, and we'd like to close with our famous words: Pigeon Fanciers, live forever.